This one is from the Mother-in-Laws from Hell subreddit. Am I in the wrong for feeling uncomfortable about my mother-in-law claiming she's having phantom pregnancy and calling my unborn baby her baby? I haven't even read the story and I can tell you, oh, hell no, that's some unhinged shit. But let's see what's in the story. To give some context, my relationship with my mother-in-law hasn't been too bad overall. I have some personal struggles with people pleasing and boundary setting that I've been trying to work on for the last few years in regards to issues with my own family. In the last 11 and a half years, there have been a few situations here and there that I feel like mother-in-law has recognized this and exploited it to her own advantage to end up with the outcome she wants. I've let these situations slide due to putting it down to being my own fault for not being strong enough to establish the boundaries to prevent it in the first place. Unfortunately, since becoming pregnant, there's been certain comments made that I'm starting to find get my back up, and this time around, I just can't ignore it. I've spoken to my partner about them, and he seems to think it's coming from a place of excitement and love. Therefore, I feel incredibly guilty for feeling angry. It started when she told me how she wanted a grandchild for so long. She feels like she has such a deep connection to the baby that she thinks she's been experiencing a phantom pregnancy ever since we told her the news. She then remarked, "It's almost like it's my baby and you're just the surrogate." Oh, hell no, OP. She's lucky you didn't throat punch her. She just called you the surrogate to her baby? No, that is a very unsafe statement. That is not excitement over a grandchild coming. That is staking claim. Since then, she has also constantly called the baby my baby and continues to even after my partner spoke to her about how it isn't her baby, it's ours. She also got quite defensive to him about it, saying, "Don't you think my mother called you her baby? I bet she didn't call you a surrogate." There's also been the usual mother-in-law comments and unsolicited advice when it comes to postpartum and parenting, etc., but nothing as extreme as the phantom pregnancy claim. She's also done some digging as to whether my mom is going to want to be there all the time, postpartum and all, and done some digging about who's going to be your second birthing partner. Will there be a waiting room for me at the hospital while you're in labor? I thought this had calmed down a little bit as the phantom pregnancy hadn't been mentioned for a long time. But with my due date less than 3 weeks away, it's been mentioned again that she thinks she's still experiencing the phantom pregnancy. The closer to the arrival I'm getting, the more and more anxious about the whole situation I'm becoming. I feel like I need to tell her that I find it takes away from my role as the baby's mother, but I don't want to upset her or my partner, who is insisting it comes from a place of love and wants me to let her establish a bond. Any advice on how to handle this would be greatly appreciated. Okay, the petty me is going to tell you need to denozo your husband right upside the back of his head. Because when a woman makes a statement claiming that she's having phantom pregnancy hormones and conditions based off of you being pregnant and then tells you it's like you're the surrogate for her baby, those are very unsafe statements. Mentally unsafe statements. And the fact that your husband keeps insisting that it comes from a place of love and that he wants to allow you or wants you to allow her to establish a bond. There is no bond to be established while you're pregnant other than with you and your spouse. You are the person that is growing the baby inside of you. Your husband is the one that is your partner and obviously is part of that journey. There is no bond for her at this point. The baby's not born yet, but she is referred to you as a surrogate and that being her baby. And those are very dangerous statements to make. So tell your husband to wake the fuck up, because if that doesn't get handled now, when your postpartum hormones hit, you're going to lose your shit on his mom and might end up saying things that are relationship ending. So Right now, the way I see it is your husband keeps trying to pacify you because he's scared to go tell mommy to knock it off. Stop being the easier option. Don't be the easier option of, oh, it's okay, she'll get over it. That's better than upsetting my mom, versus him supporting you and telling his mother that those statements are not healthy statements. Have a talk and let him know this is my boundary and there is no place for her at the hospital. With the statements that your mother has made through my pregnancy, she is not welcome to come to the hospital. We will arrange visits and meeting the baby once we are home. And I, the woman having the baby, feels safer, as we all know, you feel the most vulnerable when you're having a baby. You don't need her there. You don't need the drama. You don't need the stress. Bad for you, bad for the baby. But your husband needs to handle his mama. This isn't your job. You need to tell him the problems. He needs to fix it with her because that's his mom, not yours.